I am running faster than my potential. Exactly what this car is trying to do. This is a Maruti Zen, but it is not a regular Maruti Zen because this is actually the B-Zen. B-Zen means Baleno engine Zen. Yes, this car has the Baleno engine, but it has been made at a budget of rupees 1 lakh. Take that, Tata Nano. How did that happen? Well, this car actually belongs to Deepraj Chari, and he's from Chari Automobiles, who made this a budget car, a pocket rocket, by actually taking a Zen from scrap for rupees 12,000, getting the engine from the Baleno for rupees 35,000 and making this beast straight away. Let's open the engine bay, and it's a bit difficult because I'm not able to, there the lever is. So that is the engine which obviously comes from the Baleno, 94 horsepower stock, lot of stickers, no insulation needed because these stickers actually insulate the sound of the car, and it says KNN here but it has a regular air filter. I don't know why it does not have a performance air filter, because then the intake sound would be much better. Now, most of the power of this car does not come from the engine. It actually comes from the stickers because all these stickers add a lot more horsepower. So this sticker adds 0.5 horsepower. This one is slightly bigger, 0.75 horsepower. Meanwhile, this sticker from Instagram actually increases the horsepower by just 0.2. So yeah, if you want to make your car fast, get some stickers. It has a body kit, so you have a front lip right there. It gets fog lights as well. Trust me, the Zen still looks awesome, and it gets a massive horn here, red color horn. Can you see that? There's another horn. So this car has got two horns, very horny. In fact, the tires are also quite horny because the tires are from Ling Long. Well, this is the first time I'm hearing Ling Long because I've heard of Ding Dong, but I've never heard of Ling Long. But these are Ling Long tires, and these are crosswind tires. What do you do? Well, they allow wind to cross through. Just kidding. 185, 50, 14 is the size of the tires. Again, white color alloy wheels, which look quite nice on this car. Yokohama sticker here improves the grip of these tires. Meanwhile, K&N here actually improves the air flow through the engine. Yes, these stickers are very helpful. Motul, actually, the sticker, it improves the refinement of this vehicle. So if you want to, I have already said it, so I'm not going to repeat myself again. I've made multiple videos of the Zen before, so I'm not going to go into deep detail, but obviously we are going to give it the beans. It has a side skirt right there. Zen still looks so awesome. I love this car. Coming to the rear, obviously the design is very classic. It gets a rear spoiler here, and because it says Brembo here, obviously the braking performance of this car improves. GoPro sticker, which actually gives it a reverse parking camera in your dreams. And the rear design is very classy. There's not much which has changed, but the exhaust has got dual pipes. How does it work? Can you hear the exhaust right now? It's not very loud. So if I pull this, yeah, now it becomes louder. So this is actually the Valvetronic system, which is manual here. And to open the boot, you obviously need the key. You get a rear wiper washer. Maruti was so advanced back in the day. The design from the rear also looks quite amazing. I really like the design. And fuel obviously goes in here. You can just pull it out because quality wasn't great back in the day. Space at the rear, well, there is zero. Oh my god, the doors have this auto close function. So space at the rear is quite bad, especially when you put the seats ahead, which I have done right now. Yeah, it's not a spacious car, but was more spacious when compared to the Maruti 800. People did not get a head back in the day, so there is absolutely no headrest. That is the boot of the vehicle, and yeah, there are no door pockets. People do not have phones now, so why would they need door pockets? That was also not there in this car. You have a keyed entry, and like most cars have soft closed door function, this car has got hard closed door function because the door does not shut unless and until you push it really hard. Again, stickers on the top which improves the insulation levels of this car. So these stickers are really helping. Anyways, let's get to the front. You know what? Nowadays the retro design is having 2-spoke steering wheels. Mercedes is doing and all that. Maruti was way advanced. In the 90s and 2000s, they were already giving 2-spoke steering wheels. Seats are not very comfortable as such, and there is no dead pedal, but there's so much space now you can move your leg wherever you want. Now, these are multiple buttons for lights, obviously. This is to open the hood of the vehicle. No door pockets at the front. No. Power window controls, only front power windows. The left one does not work. Mirror adjustment, and the levers actually feel quite nice. They have this click to it every time you use it. That is obviously the handbrake. Car looks quite good. Yeah, the interior is lovely. I love the interior. The glove box has multiple random papers lying there. The dashboard has aged beautifully well. Air conditioning is there. I don't think it works. There's an ashtray here. Audio system, which is connected to something. I have no clue. These are the rear wiper controls. Do the rear wipers work? Nope. They have been deactivated. And the instrument cluster is quite cute, but there is no tachometer. However, this car crosses the speedometer completely, and the engine check light is always on because the engine has been swapped there. So it's on. Okay, it's nice. No auto dimming. This thing has caved in. So in terms of quality and all, well, not great, but still it actually feels quite good for something which was bought from scrap. Let's start driving. Okay, it's time to drive the car. Let's turn it on. Okay, you have to keep it pressed. I don't know why it doesn't turn on at times, but okay, because it's in gear right now. Aise mat kar mere saath. Oh, there it turned on. Is it a clutch lock or something? Let's roll up the windows very slow. I have the specialist timing gear here today because you can't clearly see the speed, and I don't trust the speedometer of old Maruti cars. Not that I trust the speedometers of new Maruti cars. Handbrake down into first gear. Listen to this, guys. Okay, we're going to launch. Straight away it says 60 kilometers per hour on the speedometer, but at least this thing is telling me 30 kilometers per hour, so big difference there. The sound is loud. Now obviously when you turn on the louder exhaust, it sounds really crazy, and because of the lightweight now, it corners beautifully well. The steering is very loose. Look at this. Yeah, lot of play in the center position, but the car is a hood to drive. It's like a go-kart. It feels just amazing. So the stock Zen actually came with a 1 liter 4-cylinder engine. No. That time there were no 3-cylinder engines. So 1 liter 4-cylinder engine, 60 horsepower and 78 Newton meters of torque. But this one has the Baleno engine, which is 1.6 liter 4-cylinder unit with 94 horsepower and 131 Newton meters of torque. Naturally, the power bump is quite a lot, but this car is producing around 110 horsepower because this car has got a free flow exhaust, and I think that's about it. No performance air filter. It's so loud, it's so amazing. The engine is like next level in terms of the sound, and forget this, we'll just go because we can. Now I need to find a U-turn spot, which unfortunately I'm not able to, but this is a Chintu Mintu car, which means I can take a U-turn from wherever I feel like. No, not really. I have to decide. The clutch is actually quite light. The gearbox is also very slick shifting. We're just going to take a U-turn here. Steering is quite light. It's power steering here, obviously. No reverse parking camera, no reverse parking sensors, none of that. It is pure joy of driving here. Nothing else. 0 to 60 thing 8.9 seconds, which is obviously because I'm not giving it the beans yet. No traction control, nothing. It's just all about the raw feel of driving, in which this car absolutely excels. The steering is quite light. I'm obviously short shifting right now because I'm going to give it the beans once we hit the highway. On these smaller roads, I'm just going to take it easy because I can't afford a breakdown right now. And here we go. Okay, baby. Yeah, it's a joy to drive this car. In fact, this is not my first. This is, I think, my third or fourth video of the Zen. I did one on the 3-door model. I've done it on the regular Zen as well. And then I was craving to drive a B-Zen because I had the Baleno. So I wanted to see what the Baleno engine can do in the Zen. And trust me, it can do a lot of crazy stuff. The way this car drives is so much fun. The brakes are a bit weak, but the wider tires definitely help it. Because of the wider tires, obviously it holds onto the road even better, but the acceleration reduces. Horn is so bad. The acceleration reduces slightly because of the wider tires, but with the stock tires, which are the Chintu Mintu tires, this car spins the wheels like crazy. It spins the wheels like mad, and around the corners, oh my god, it's just so much fun to drive because it holds on. Body roll is very well contained. It just goes. Just look at it go. My god. What a fun car. What a lovely machine this is. I absolutely enjoy driving the Zen. Those were the days when Maruti used to offer such and such cars. Now that is the Kidnap Mobile. Oh my god, yeah, the suspension is quite noisy. It's not the smoothest suspension here because there's not much insulation. It's all about lightweight. This car is extremely light in terms of weight. No, it's the weight of this car. I think it must be 50 or 40 kg. It's heavier than me actually. No, I'm heavier. This is lighter than me. Just kidding. The actual weight of this car is approximately 700-800 kgs, but still it's quite light with more than 100 bhp per ton power to weight ratio. This car is absolutely bonkers, and the exhaust eggs you to push it harder and harder and faster. Oh my god, I think the camera moved because of the jump, so we're just going to stop here. Let me readjust that. Let me also breathe a bit because it's so hot.
Few moments later.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, the ride isn't that great because the roads have become even more broken, but let's do the brake test. The tires smoke as soon as you stand on the brakes. You can see the smoke right there. In fact, I did 3 brake tests. The first one, I missed my mark and I went ahead. The second one, I managed to stop way earlier. Because you can't really judge the brakes, there's no ABS here, so the car slid ahead with a lot of smoke in my third attempt. So in terms of the braking performance, obviously it's not that great, but since this is a light car, there's not much stress in that regard. It manages to get the job done in terms of stopping, but trust me on this, with a bigger engine, with more power, you need better brakes. So this car needs upgraded brakes. Just upgraded tires is not going to do it here. Now we have come to the highway, which means that I need to test the 0 to 100 km/h acceleration of this car. The issue is that I have to keep the window open right now because it's super duper hot. Let's stop here. Hazard lights on. Okay, hazard lights off. Into first gear. Time to test the 0 to 100 km/h time of this car. Revving the motor and off we go. 7.96 seconds from 0 to 100 km/h. I reckon this car can go faster still, but that's not a bad time at all. Okay, let's try it once again because obviously we can. Let's stop. Let's reset this, and here we go. That was faster from 0 to 60 km/h, and a Honda came and spoiled the fun, but never mind. It's an absolute joy to drive. This car is a go-kart. 60 km/h in first gear. In second, it does 100 km/h. In third, it does 160 km/h. The speedometer is marked till 160 km/h, but this car will go all the way to 210 km/h as tested on a GPS. That's how fast it is. But the suspension is soft, which means it definitely does move around quite a lot. Okay, another attempt to go from 0 to 100 km/h. Revving the motor. 8 seconds. So yeah, somewhere between 7 to 8 seconds is the time it takes to go from 0 to 100 km/h. Steering feels nice to hold, and the car doesn't feel glued to the road. It moves around a lot. This car needs suspension work. It definitely needs brake work as well. I just wonder, how did the owner take it all the way to 210 km/h? Because I feel scared past 100 km/h for sure. 100 km, it freaks me out because it does move around quite a lot. Still, for just rupees 1 lakh expense, going from 0 to 100 km/h faster than any hatchback in India other than the A45 AMG is quite the achievement. And we are going to go bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. There's so much bounce here. So guys, honestly, if you want to get a pocket rocket, the sky is the limit here, because cars like the Zen are iconic. Chintu Mintu, very light in terms of weight and amazing in terms of handling. Look at me corner at speeds. You can really just push it and it will go through a corner with utmost ease because it does handle very well indeed. Beautiful handling here. Let's quickly take a U-turn and hopefully we find a good road. So there was a slight slope here, around 4% in our acceleration time. So I think 7.5, 8.5 seconds is what it takes to go from 0 to 100 km/h. Turning radius is also very less, and the power assistance is not very consistent here. At times I feel the power assistance is not really working, and here we go. I think red line comes in at around 6,500 RPM. Typical Maruti engine there, and oh my god, I'm driving on the road. I feel I'm on a rally stage right now because the level of bounce here is just unbelievable. I think that road seems flat. Let's cool down ourselves. Actually, I'm trying to cool down the camera. Bring me some wind, please. And now we shall do another 0 to 100 km/h run. Come on, Faisal, you can do this. I'm going to use a different method. I'm not going to give it to the beans because it does too much wheel spin. Yeah? Does need traction control? Not really. Front wheel drive, baby. You never miss a gear because this engine is so beautiful. Oh man, I don't know, it did not hit the red line. I was expecting it to cross 100 kilometers per hour in second gear itself. No, it did not do that. So we're going to do again. Now we have the assistance of a slope, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. And off we go. By the way, fuel efficiency around 10 to 12 kilometers per liter. It has a 40 liter fuel tank, and I think I am done trying. Oh, you're supposed to measure. This thing actually messed up. I am trying to measure the speed. Why are you not showing me how much time it's taking to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour? Aha, what is wrong with you, my drag meter? Don't do this to me. Okay, we'll cool down again. What a game it has become. Only if there were these AC controls working, then we could have just used the air conditioning, but the air conditioning doesn't work here, which is the big problem. Let's go. This car has done 1.5 lakh kilometers. It doesn't feel it has done 1.5 lakh kilometers. The problem here is, oh my god, I did 9.11. So I think the car is also not performing optimally. I'm also not launching it optimally. A tachometer in this car would be awesome. Something which can be put here aftermarket. That would help you decide at what revs you should launch. But yes, this is a fast car. It's an absolute hoot to drive. What a machine. If you like this video, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye bye.